Garth Ennis is a controversial comic writer who writes superhero comics but hates them with a passion. And when he was asked why he hates superhero comics so much, he just simply said that superhero comics are too optimistic. Now, you see, Garth, as he likes to put himself, is a cynic that believes that people are purely motivated by self-interest rather than acting for honorable or unselfish reasons. And when he saw superhero comics that in it they sacrifice themselves to save the world, it just didn't sit right with him. Which he never tried to hide it. In most of his interviews, he calls superhero comics, and I quote, moronic, and has stated that the industry was ruined because there are almost nothing but superhero comics nowadays. So he decided that enough was enough and decided to fight back by belittling and humiliating superheroes in his comic books, with the most notable ones being Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe and the Boys comic series. But before I tell you about it, please like this video as it would help me a ton with the algorithm. A simple click from you means the world to me. Thanks a lot in advance, and let's continue with this video. Now, Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe is a one-shot comic that in it, as the title suggests, Punisher kills every single superhuman, then commits Roblox himself. And you could clearly see how much fun Garth was having killing and humiliating these superheroes while he was writing this comic. Especially when Frank tells Captain America that he's a fraud and has never fought in the Vietnam War before shooting him in the head. Because as I said in my last video, Garth hates Captain America with a passion. But as edgy and as controversial as this comic was, it's nowhere near the Boys comic series, with Herogasm just being the cherry on top of it. Mr. Ennis wrote the Boys comic series with the sole intention of saying superheroes would be a terrible thing in the real world. So he depicted them as evil celebrities. No sympathy or backstory, just pure evil. And to give an example, our stand-in for Professor X is a pedophile, and Stormfront, who stands for Thor and Shazam, is a Nazi. And I've also talked about the difference between Soldier Boy in the comics and in the TV series in the first part. If you are interested, please check that out. But neither of these characters offer any commentary on superheroes. It just creates supervillains based on well-known superheroes, which is something that mainstream superhero comics have already done that. But the sad reality is, this comic is just a gritty power fantasy for Garth Ennis so that he can write superheroes as evil so his protagonist can gun them down. And not to mention the rape and gore porn in his comics, which is why many people just think that he's a bad writer who is full of spite. But you have to know that Ennis was born in Ireland, which superhero comics were not popular in that country at the time. So he was brought up on war comics and making them is his passion, but since they don't pay well, he just has to make superhero stories which he doesn't like. But what do you guys think of him? Please let me know in the comments, like and subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.